CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. City Council wants a plan in place by next month to build a new water main to replace the aging Bears Paw line. Council voted unanimously last night to get an implementation plan in place and determine what resources are needed. An independent panel delivered a scathing report into the water main failure that says multiple city governments passed the buck for decades, leading to the catastrophic breaks in 2024 and 25. A new section of pipe has now been installed on the old water main, and backfilling is taking place. Meantime, water use in the city has dropped slightly, but still remains in the unsustainable zone. And the city is taking even more action to curb water consumption, and it's impacting recreation centers. Steam rooms are closed, and wave pool and water slide hours have been adjusted. The Schuldeis Aquatic Center, near where the water main ruptured, remains entirely closed. 3/4 of Alberta teachers say new mandatory testing isn't helping students get additional support. Last year, the province required teachers to conduct literacy and numeracy screenings for all kindergarten to grade 3 students. The province launched a survey to gather feedback about how the new testing was working. Over 3,500 teachers participated. A number of concerns were raised, including not having enough funding to administer the tests, children being quizzed on skills they hadn't yet been taught, and the time testing takes away from teaching. The Alberta Teachers Association is calling on the province to make necessary changes to better support teachers and their students. The union that represents WestJet cabin personnel is raising concerns after a viral video showed passengers with very little legroom. The video shows a couple jammed into their seats on a WestJet flight from Edmonton to Toronto. This is on one of the planes that WestJet has reconfigured to add more seats. QP 8125 told CTV News that flight attendants are concerned about the impact that increasingly confined cabin spaces may have on safety for both passengers and crew members. An aviation professor at McGill University agrees.
If your knees and legs and thighs basically are covering up that space, how is a flight attendant going to see where your carry-on baggage is safely stowed or not? My concern is basically getting out of that seat in a packed airplane with an emergency evacuation.
WestJet issued a statement saying that it's closely monitoring feedback. It also says all modifications meet Transport Canada's safety standards. A man who was a key part of the Calgary Flames Stanley Cup winning team has passed away. Glenn Hall played goaltender with Detroit, Chicago, and St. Louis and won the Vezina Trophy 3 times. His record of 502 consecutive games as a goalie will likely never be broken. In 1989, Hall won his 3rd Stanley Cup as a member of the Flames coaching staff. Hall was 94 years old. He died Wednesday in hospital in Stony Plain, where he had lived for several years. The steel structure is going up and construction is about to go into overdrive at Calgary's new event centre. Work in 2025 was about digging the 35-foot hole for the new home of the Flames. Now they're building up. 1,100 structural piles have been poured and 9,000 metric tons of steel are being installed. Up to 200 workers are on site every day, and work will continue through the cold winter months. 2026 will see major steel work continue.
We'll start also to enclose the building, so the exterior cladding will follow on the south side, where we can actually start to get more control over our environment, which will be key to our schedule.
This year, we'll also see interior work start on the 3 restaurants, the food hall, and public gathering areas. The project is still on schedule to open in the fall of 2027. The town of Taber has figured out what led to an explosion at its local hockey arena on December 17th. Officials say it began with a propane leak inside the arena's Zamboni. The gas built up and was ignited by an electric heater. The explosion blew out a door. Human error was not to blame. About a dozen people were in the rink at the time. No one was hurt. It's become an annual tradition in Calgary. Alberta Vocal Arts beginning the year by staging the operetta Die Fledermaus.
Die Nacht hat 7, kommt erst die 8. Sie hat mich ganz verwirrt, können wir noch wechseln?
Die Fledermaus debuted in Vienna in 1874. While the songs are in German, the dialogue is in English. The artistic director of Alberta Vocal Arts says opera can be intimidating for audiences, but the cast hosts a pre-show chat to talk about the story and what to watch out for.
I want to bring opera to the people, and I know it's tough out there, but in times when they are tough, you need beautiful art. So we're lucky to have a lot of supporters. We're lucky to have lots of grants and support from the government and our local government as well, so that I can keep the ticket prices down.
The show runs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Heather Edwards Theatre at Contemporary Calgary. We've posted more information about the production on our website. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnewscalgary.ca.